Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to talk about all of the brand new Druid Forms coming to the game in patch 10.2, Guardians of the Dream. Druids are actually getting a lot of love this patch. Of course you'd expect it with the Emerald Dream, and Moonkins especially are getting quite a lot. But before we jump into the preview of all of these forms, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight, Dragonflight PTR, and more, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. every single day. Right, so yes, patch 10.2 is nearly upon us, and we are getting a ton of love for Druids in this patch. This has been kind of like sprouted in here and there with the PTR, and it's been broken for a little bit, but it looks like it is finally working, and we can get our first look at some of the brand new forms and customizations for Druids coming in 10.2. So we'll start with just kind of the standard forms, and then we'll move on to the Moonkin form, which has something very, very special in 10.2, which I can't wait to show you guys. So let's jump in with the bear form here. So obviously it's still kind of the same kind of barbershop layout as you'd expect, and of course we have all of the forms that we had previously. We now have a new rune bear form from the world boss in the Emerald Dream. This will drop from Urastar, the hibernating. It's a very cool guardian kind of bear form there. We then have these kind of bristle brune forms here, which are kind of like a bit flowery. What's really nice about this is it does tell you the source of this. A lot of these are from kind of rares around the Emerald Dream, and of course that will just drop for Druids, and you'll be able to learn these forms. So these are the kind of forms we have like that. We have these ones as well, which are like owl bears. Umbra Claws, I believe they're called. So this one's from the Emerald Bounty. We have Silent Mark of the Umbra Claw, and then we have the Moza Umbrain, which I think is a rare. There is other colors of these in the game files, but apparently they're not being used, it seems, for this. And they're actually some of the better colors as well. These colors are, they're pretty cool, and I think the model itself is very awesome looking. But of course, having all of the colors would have been nice. So maybe we'll get that in a future PTR build, or it's hidden. You never know. Obviously, we're just looking at things that are available right now in the PTR. Next up, let's take a look at the cat form. So one thing that is happening with the cat form is that the Druid of the Flame model is getting a HD update. The flames don't look that HD, but the model itself has had a bit of a revamp. The feet and the face and the tail and things like that are looking a lot more HD than it did previously. Of course, the Druids of the Flame are back in 10.2, so this was absolutely expected. This will replace the previous Druid of the Flame form, so if you already have that, this will replace the current one you have in 10.2. So yeah, not a new one, but yeah, definitely an update for sure. There are 3 new cat forms available. These are Dream Sabers, available in 3 colors, dropped from rares. Some of the sources are not fully fleshed out right now. As you can see, it's question mark, but we do have some from different rares and things like that. Yeah, these are really cool. There's actually a mount of this as well. You could be a Dream Saber cat while also having a mount, which is the exact same creature. So yeah, 3 cat forms available in 10.2, and of course the updated Druid of the Flame model. Next up, let's take a look at the new flight form. So, of course, we have the Stormcrow. Now, this is obviously, race-specific, so I'm on a Night Elf right now, so we'll always have the kind of Stormcrow one. Depending on the race, you'll always have your standard one, of course. So there are a couple new flight forms available. We have this one, which is actually from the mount. So the Mythic-only mount is a dynamic flying mount, which is this model. However, this one does not have a saddle, as you'd imagine. This, I believe, is a regular flying flight form, so it's not going to have dynamic flying like the mount does, but it will be a flight form that you'll be able to use in 10.2 with the new Pathfinder achievement. The Pathfinder achievement is coming in 10.2. Very easy to do. I'll do a whole video on that very soon, but that will allow you to fly on your flight form and, of course, your regular flying mounts in the Dragon Isles, Emerald Dream, and the Zeralite Caverns, so keep an eye out for that. Another flight form is the Azure Som Owl. This is a quest called Feather of Friends. This is a very easy quest to do, so you're going to get that very, very quickly in 10.2. And finally, you have the Slumbering Som Owl, which is very cool looking. So they're definitely reusing this model quite a lot. Of course, the best one being this Flame Boy here. Absolutely love the look of that. These have really nice animations, and they just look very, very cool. So yeah, some new flight forms coming in 10.2. Next up, for aquatic form, we are getting a new aquatic form, the Dreaming Nerdra, which of course uses the model of the new 6-month mount. You will see this creature flying around the Emerald Dream. Very cool looking model, of course, and you now can use it as a aquatic form. The rumor right now is that it might be available from the raid, so keep an eye out for that through fishing potentially. The Secret Finding Discord right now are kind of looking into it, so this is potentially going to be something that you will fish up during the raid, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, a brand new aquatic form for Druids in 10.2. And finally, for the kind of standard forms, we're going to look at travel forms. So you have the Stag and Cheetah, of course, but now you have the Dream Talons. These are kind of raptor cat things, and they come in a variety of colors. There's a ton of them. There's actually 5 in total, I believe, going to be available in 10.2. They come from various different sources, including the Emerald Bounty, and of course some rares. Very, very cool looking travel form. There's also some new Stags as well, which kind of use the kind of Stag model we've seen over the last couple expansions, and of course, these are just going to be dropping around the Emerald Dream, and one from Inscription as well. So now it's time for the main event, the Moonkin form. Now this is very, very cool. Now what you'll notice is it's a little bit different to the other ones. This is a full fleshed out customization for the Moonkin forms. Now if you do like your standard Moonkin form, which is obviously your racial form, so as mentioned, this is the Night Elf, so this is going to be the Night Elf one. You can still have that, but if you don't want that, you can go full on with customizing. Now, as of the PTR, it looks like everything is unlocked apart from one, and that is this one, which is from Tindral Sage Swift, which is one of the bosses in Amir Drasil, the Dream's Hope, which is the raid. So it looks like we will be getting a kind of customization for your Moonkin through that. And there's a couple of different options that will unlock once you obtain that item, which we'll go through in a moment. But yes, there's so much customization here, so let's have a look. Feather colors, so you have blue, you have green, and you have a kind of tauriny goldy brown, and as mentioned, you do have the flame one as well, which will unlock from the raid. As for horns, we have a couple horn options here, so we have Stag High, Stag Low, Grand High, Arched, Swirl, and Grand Low. As mentioned, it looks like all of this stuff will be available on day 1 of 10.2, unless they decide to put some of these behind an unlock. You could also change the color of the horns and beak from very, very varying different colors here. So 6 different color combinations available, ranging from kind of a very light color to a dark color to a blue. So much customization here for your Moonkin, which is just wild. This was just totally unexpected and very, very cool. You can also change the size and shape of the beak. So you have parrot, you have medium, you have raptor, and you have parakeet, which is a little short one, like a parakeet. So a couple of options there. Eyebrows, yep, we have eyebrows. We have 7 options for eyebrows. So we have none, we have medium straight, we have short droop, short straight, long droop, very short, and long straight, which looks ridiculous, but perfectly ridiculous. The next option is whiskers, but this should probably be renamed because it is basically a beard option for your Moonkin. So you have braided, you have thin, you have thick droop, and you have majestic. Yeah, majestic. It's a beard. It's a beard on a Moonkin. This is phenomenal. You have feathers, of course, so you can customize the kind of arm feathers there. So you have different options here. So you have none, standard, long, and short. Long looking really awesome, actually. I love that a lot. So as we roll into the second part here, we have decorations. So we have like a lot of different options here, which can be customized as well with their colors. So there's a couple of color options here, one being unlocked through the Druids of the Flame option, as mentioned. So that'll be a color that will unlock once you get that customization from Tindral. But the other options are, of course, always unlocked and available in all different shapes and sizes. So you have cord, leaves, rune feathers, gemstones, and standard, and of course none if you want to go with that. But yeah, lots of cool options there. Also effect style, so I love this option so much. So you have moon, swirl, starlight, which is pretty subtle, and body, so you can see some flames on the body there. Now the cool thing here is if you pick one of them, you can change the color of it. So you have a blue option, you have a fire option, yep, that's happening. That was from Tindral once again, so this will be one that you unlock once you have that customization from the boss. You have an orange variant, you have a purple one, a blue one, and a yellow one. Obviously, the fire one is the coolest one, and you can make a very cool fire Moonkin. And again, that changes depending on the different customizations you have on your effect style, or you can have none if you're kind of vanilla and boring. But yeah, lots of different options available for your Moonkin. And that is all of it. That is all the options for the Druids in 10.2. The Moonkin's getting so much love here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Was not expecting it at all. Some very cool things. You can literally just randomize it. You can just click this and look. So many different varieties of Moonkin. And that, of course, will be expanded upon in the future, I would imagine, as well. So very much looking forward to that. We don't know the drop chance of the Tindril stuff yet. I don't know if it's going to be on normal, Raid Finder, Heroic, Mythic only. We don't know yet, but that will obviously come out once the raid launches. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is all of the brand new options for Druids in 10.2. Let me know down below what you think of these new forms. Let me know what you think of the Moonkin customizations. Lots of great stuff coming for Druids in 10.2, which is great because it is the Emerald Dream patch. So yeah, good to see. Very good to see. So yeah, there you go. If you like this video, leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And as mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight, Dragonflight PTR, and more, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.